is Nadine and this is What Nadine Made, a channel all about sewing, stitching and basically all the things. This week I thought I would do a video just solely based on cross stitch, and I wanted to show you my top 10 cross stitch patterns on my wish list. I wouldn't say for 2025, I would just say for like the foreseeable future until I add more. I have got a massive list, but I just cut it down to these top 10 and a few honourable mentions. Hopefully this is just going to be a really quick video of my top 10 favourites at the minute. So grab a drink, grab a pen and paper if you haven't got these on your list, but I'm pretty sure most people probably have because they're quite popular ones, I think. But maybe a few are quite popular, a few are just from Etsy patterns that you might not have seen. So yeah, grab a drink, grab a pen and paper, and let's get into it. I have my list just here, so if I keep looking down it's because I'm trying to refer to all the notes that I've written down. So for the first pattern I picked the Spring Quaker by Lila Studio. I actually love the whole series of these. There's a spring, summer, festive, is there an autumn one? And I think there's an autumn one, so I love all of them. My favourite details are is the big floral basket in the middle and the little houses and the spring blooms. I just think they look really cute. I also really like the colourway that has been chosen here. The burnt oranges. Is it a burnt orange or like a brown? Like a brown burnt orange colour all around the edge. I just think it looks really, really nice. And just like the little details, like there's a little bee, there's like bees in the corner, little bunny rabbits. I just think it's really cute. So I would probably stitch this on a 32 count. So it would be 16 by 13 inches. So I would say if I was to start this year, it would be probably something I do between the end of winter and summer, because I feel like that's a nice time to work on a spring project. Through the summer, I don't know, I'm more like an autumny person in the summer, I think. Like to work on autumn projects. But yeah, I really love this one, and it has been sat in my Etsy basket for a good 3 months now, so I reckon I will want to purchase this pretty soon. Number 2 on the list is When This You See Remember Me by Modern Folk Embroidery. I think it was Laurie Holt's recent video, and she was going through some samplers that she made for her great granddad, her mum and dad, like for all her family, and I just thought that was a really nice idea to make things for around the house for people in my family. And when I saw this this sampler, I instantly thought of my nan and my great grandma. I called her grandnan, so my nan and my grandnan, great grandma. They're both gone now, and there is something that I've always wanted to make something to sit in the house, like so that when you go past, it just reminds you of them. And there is a photo, there's photos all on our mantelpiece in front of me of them, but I just felt like I wanted to do something more personal and yeah, a way to commemorate them basically. My great grandma died quite a long time ago now. It's soon going to be nearly 30 years, and my nana died about 4 years ago. So I saw this and I really, when Laurie Holt did her video, I started looking for patterns, and this one is the one that stood out to me the most. There is another pattern that was a close second. If I can remember it, I'll put it here and the name somewhere. But yeah, this is the one I think that I am going to purchase, and I think I'm probably going to start this quite soon. I love how it's monochrome. And I think that it's going to be quite easy to customise, so I would love to put their initials within the piece. I'm planning to keep it quite small so it can just sit on a mantelpiece or on the side, or just somewhere where you can go past it every day and just be like, just have a little moment with them. So yeah, that's number 2 on my list. When you see, remember me. Number 3 is this Watercolour Sunset Seascape by TamStitchDesigns. I think they have a website and they've got Etsy. I saw this on Etsy and it just reminded me of Barbados straight away. Like the sunset, the sea, the sand. Yeah, it just reminded me of a really nice beach holiday. And something that would be a great summer escape from work project. You know, like when you're really stressed from work. And not even stressed, because with my work it's probably not that deep, but like when I'm a bit annoyed with work, that's the best way of saying. When I'm really annoyed with work, I feel like picking up this project would be really good as a reminder of why I actually work, so that I can go on these nice holidays and have an enjoyable life. So I just have to channel focus into this, and I think this would be quite a nice stitch for that. The sunset colours, the sunset colours are so lovely in this, and I think that this would be a really great challenge because this is full coverage, and by the looks of it, I've not actually seen anybody make this. I've been looking at the reviews and stuff, and it doesn't look like anyone's actually made this pattern yet, which is a shame because I'd quite like to see it like be made. But yeah, I think that this would be such a big challenge. The sizing on this is 14" squared on the suggested fabric of 14 count, so it's going to be a pretty decent size, I think. So yeah, I love that sunset. There is different ones as well. I'll put some pictures on the screen of the different landscapes that they do. Again, all of them are quite full coverage. The pricing's quite good as well. At the minute it's 50% off at £3.60. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is in dollars or any other currency. It's £3.60, which I just think is a really great price for a full coverage pattern like that. It does come with DMC thread colours suggestions, but obviously you have to get that yourself, and it's 200 by 200 stitches, again on 14 count. So yeah, I love it. I just think it just reminds me of holiday. The colours are just lovely, and I think it would just look lovely somewhere framed. But obviously we've got to get there first. We've got to make it before we can frame it. But yes, that is number 3 on the list, the Watercolour Sunset Seascape by TamStitchDesigns. Number 4 on my list is the Quaker White Flowers by Stitches Through the Years. What I love about this is that it looks relatively quite small. Now pictures can be really deceiving, and I'm not the best with measurements, so by the picture alone it looks quite small, which I feel like, oh, that'd be a lovely quick make. I absolutely love this. It's got florals, it's got alphabet, and it's Quaker style. They're my top 3 at the minute. I just think that it just looks so nice. Again, I love the colourway they've used in the example, the browns, the oranges. There's a hint of blue there. Obviously, I know you can pick your own colours, but it really helps when you see the example of what it could be. So that's what drew me to this. It looks like you can personalise within some of the floral bits with initials and letters. And yeah, I'm unsure on the size of this one because I don't own the pattern. It says here it is 129 stitch width by 92 on a 40 count. So unless it's in inches and centimetres, I don't know how big that is. But I think that this just looks like, I feel like it would be a quick-ish make, but maybe that is the naive novice in me thinking that it would be quick. But I had to add it to the list because I love typography, I love the Quakers, and I love the florals. So I had to add it to the list. So that is number 4. Number 5 is the Scissors Stamp. My lisp is really going to take a hit in there here. Is the Scissors Sampler by Daily Pattern Post. That was really hard for me to say. Scissors Sampler by the Daily Pattern Post. Most of these are actually on Etsy. This one's another Etsy one. At the minute it's 60% off. I don't know if it's going to be 60% off by the time I post this because it says there's only 5 hours left, so it might not be. But again, love the monochrome with this. And actually, going back to what I said earlier about making things for family and stuff like that, I actually thought this would be a really nice piece for my mum in her craft room. I love the vintage scissors, especially like the vintage embroidery scissors. I do have a few that have that, you know, the intricate design on the handles and stuff. And I was just drawn to this straight away. There is like a little old school sewing machine there, few florals in there, and I just thought it'd be nice. Again, I could personalise it with initials and the year. So I just thought this would be a really nice design. In a 14 count, it will be 18 by 15 inches. So pretty decent size, I think. 16 count 15 by 13 and 18 count 13 by 11. I'm unsure what I would do here. Maybe go for an 18 count. I've never stitched an 18 count. I've done 14 and 16. So I don't know, we'll see. The pattern calls for 803 DMC, which I think is like a dark blue. I'm not sure what colour I would do this in. Probably maybe in pinks or oranges. Something bright. My mum likes bright colours, so it'll be one of those. It looks quite intricate. Yeah, that's number 5. I'm not going to say the name again because I struggle. Number 6 is Consider the Lillies by Heartstring Samplery. This looks like a really, really big project. But what I love about this sampler is that there's loads of little elements that if you picked it up throughout the year, you'd feel like you'd be making decent progress on it, because I don't think it would take long to do the little, like a little tree here, a little flower here, or a little insect there. I think that you would be able to whittle it down quite quickly. It includes everything, this sampler. It's got florals, houses, insects, animals, trees. It really is like a creative playground, so I feel like this would be a really good, maybe like a stitch along. I wonder if anyone has done a stitch along actually, because that would be really fun one to do, because you could pick and choose what you were going to work on at what time. And I think that I think it would make a really good stitch along. So if there is anyone doing a stitch along to this, or in the future and you see this video, please let me know, because I would definitely get on board with that. So the model is stitched on 28 count. I assume we're talking about the model on the photo. And the stitch count is 435 by 363. I'm unsure how big that is. That to me seems pretty large. I just love the border as well. The border's really, really nice. And the tree in the middle with the snake around it. Is that supposed to be Adam and Eve? That's so cute. Yeah, I just really, really love it. Yeah, I just really love this. There's just so many little elements to it. I just think that this would be a perfect stitch along. So yeah, That is number 6. Yeah, that is number 6 on the list. Okay, number 7 on the list is Night Paradise by Letistitch. I don't know if it's Letistitch or Letistitch. I call it Letistitch, so apologies if it's Leti. But again, I love a beach scene. We've already spoken about a beach scene. This one is at night time. It looks like it is full coverage again. The pattern is approximately 20 centimetres squared on 16 count. So it is quite small. 20 centimetres is only about that, I think. So it is quite small. I have not seen any kits in this, so it is just PDF or printed chart only. Again, I just feel like it's a good little holiday motivation, especially on a dark and dreary day like it is today. I just think that it would make the perfect holiday stitch. Also, I could see putting beads in the sky where the stars are. I think that would be a really nice touch, like little mini beads as the stars. I just love it. I love palm trees, I love the sea, and the little flowers and just the tiniest bit of beach. Yeah, I just think it's such a lovely pattern. And yeah, that's why it's made it on the list. Number 8 on the list is the White Winter Moth by Kathy Barrick. I've seen so many people stitch this. It's the big white moth in the middle that draws you straight in. I love the graphic, like bold print inside the moth. I would actually change the colours. I wouldn't have it black in the middle. I think I'd go for like a hot pink, or like even like a jewel tone, either like a jewel blue, a green, a pink, like a pink or a sapphire red inside the middle of the moth. And also, I would love to stitch it on a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. I think that would look really nice, like here on like a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. So maybe that's something that I would like to do. I did see someone on YouTube stitch on a t-shirt and it turned out so good. Yeah, I just think that moth on a t-shirt would look so good. Sizing wise, it's 197 wide by 110, and that's on a 40 count. I don't know what I would stitch it on. Again, I've never stitched on a 40 count, so I'm unsure if I would go with that. But I actually think I am going to try and stitch the moth onto a t-shirt and see how it turns out. So stay tuned if I ever actually do that. Number 9 is the 3 Things Sampler by Moira Blackburn. I actually recently purchased this pattern. It was on eBay because I really like shopping from people's stashes. I like to see what people have got for sale, and I just think you could pick up some really great bits in people's stashes. So I was looking through eBay and I saw this pattern come up on eBay. Now I got it for £15. There was a lot of people bidding on it, and I don't think £15 is probably any cheaper than what you would pay somewhere else. I'm unsure. What I love about this is that you could stitch it in one whole piece, or you could break it down to make little mini samplers. Yeah, you could make it different every single time because there's so many segments to it that you could just mix and match, and I just think it's so lovely. I do have 2 other Moira Blackburn patterns that I purchased on Vinted, so I'm gonna refrain from buying any more Moira because they are quite big patterns. But I'm actually going to be starting this on my birthday, so it's going to be a birthday start. My birthday's on the 30th of December, and I am going to challenge myself to get it completely finished in 2026. So it's going to be like a whole year long project that hopefully I'll have it finished by the following birthday, so then I can start something new on something bigger again on the following birthday. So that's the plan, but I'm not sure. I don't know what colours I'm gonna go. I think I would like to see some more hot pink in there and maybe some more burnt orange. So I'm gonna figure out which ones I'm gonna swap out. But for the most part, I think I'm gonna try and stick to the same sort of colourway. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna start that, yeah, on my birthday. Still got a way to go yet, so hopefully I'll be prepared for that day. Before I give you number 10, I thought I would give you 3 honourable mentions that I wanted to add, but it wasn't quite in the top 10, but I still wanted to share them anyway. So number 1 is the William Morris Bellflower by Bothie Threads. This is a kit. It measures 12-inch square, so quite small-ish. No, it's not small, is it? 12 inches isn't small, so it is, yeah, no, it's not small. And it's full coverage. At the minute, I'm obsessed with William Morris. I have been since I was younger. We studied it at school, and I've always been a fan of the print. It's gone up and down in fashion over the years. Recently, it's made a huge comeback. You can get wallpaper, curtains, furniture, rugs, carpets, everything in William Morris now. But I thought that this one would be quite a nice little like a little art piece of William Morris, but made by me, and I thought that would be quite nice. I like the dark background of this one, and yeah, I just think that it'd be nice to have someone else's artwork made by me in the house, recreated by me. And I love pattern design. I love anything artsy, pattern design, typography, graphic design. I do have an art degree, so it just makes sense that I'll be into it. So that is honourable mention number 1. Number 2 is the Fanciful Sampler by Little Robin Designs. I think it's the Seattle Stitcher that I saw on YouTube make this one, and I instantly wanted it. I love the colourway. I love the florals. I just think it's a nice little sampler that you can pick up throughout the year when you just need a little colour boost or a little mood boost, because the colours and the design is quite bright, and I think that that's quite nice to have when you just need a little pick-me-up. So that's number 2. And then the last one is A Daily Reminder by With Thy Needle and Thread. I think this is one of the first cross-stitch patterns that got added to the wish list after my Little Dove sampler. My Little Dove's Year, sorry, not sampler. I just love it. I love the sentiment. I love, again, alphabet typography and the house. It's literally got everything that I want in it. And it just looks like a little, lovely little piece that I think that I would like to put in my office for when I am really tested by people, and the literal daily reminder will be there for me to be good and do good. So that is definitely one that I'm probably going to start quite soon. It is in the basket to buy, and I'm probably going to buy it after I've come off this video. So, and last but not least, number 10 on my wish list is Spread Seeds of Joy by Dissent Stitch. I love an old school tattoo design. You know, like people with like the anchors and the love hearts with mum on it. I would never get one myself, but I just love that classic bold tattoo print, and I just really love this floral design. And it says Spread Seeds of Joy like a wildflower. I just think it just looks really lovely. This is also on sale at the minute. It's 25% off. Hopefully I'll get this video out quick enough so that you can buy it. Hopefully it might go back on sale again. If not, it's a decent price on its own. It's £6.53 on its own, so it's not unreasonable. It is 8 by 8 inches by 8.7 inches on 18 count Ada. It does give you a list of DMC colours. It's just lovely, and it's got 5 colours in it, so it's quite a basic palette, quite a lot of black, so I think that you could mix and match the colours how you want it. I think I would just keep the same colour palette, to be honest. I just think it'd be a nice project, again, to pick up and put down when you want to throughout the year. And yeah, I'm just obsessed with the tattoo style. They do another one, and I think it's a pig. Let me have a look. When Pigs Fly, and it's a little pig with wings on. I'll put a photo up. That, I love pigs. I'm scared of pigs in real life. I don't think I would ever like go and hug a pig, but I love pigs. I think they're really cute, even those little tiny pigs. And that's a conversation for another time. But yeah, that is number 10 on the list. So that is it. That is everything that is on my wish list. Let me know if you own any of these patterns, if you stitched any of them. Also, let me know what's on your wish list, so then I can look to add it on to my wish list of things to make. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Again, I didn't really want to share my stitching yet because I wanted to share progress when I do my video next week, which is my August plans. So I'm actually thinking of doing like more of a stitchy updates once a month, just so I've got more to talk about than doing it every week. Leave me a comment below, like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the YouTubey things. Yeah, have a great weekend, rest of the weekend, and a nice week, and I will see you next time. Take care, bye.